Hello guys and girls, just a quick review of the ISSC MK22. Now this is my first video I've actually appeared in, and we're pretty sure that I probably sound like a dick, but we'll get past that. Start off with the goods and then go to the bads. First of all, I think this is a brilliant rifle. It's been reliable, it looks good, all round great rifle, good load of fun. You will notice that mine is different to the one you'll receive at the box. I'll go through with those in a little while. Just little modifications that I've done just to make it look more like a Scar. This came with the adjustable rear stock, also with the adjustable cheek piece, so they're always handy to have. And this also has the foldable rear stock that, if I flip it around, locks into place like so. When I first brought this rifle, that actually was fixed stock only, but thanks to a guy on YouTube I've managed to convert that to folding stock. I'll put the description in the link in the description, sorry. That saved me quite a few pennies to do that, so that is well worth doing. That's got the ambidextrous safety, both sides. That's also got ambidextrous mag release both sides as well. See that there? Comes with a 22 round magazine. You can buy extra mags. I'm in the UK, so I don't know about anywhere else worldwide, but I'll put the UK website in the description also. I think they come out about £33 each, I think I paid, which isn't too bad really. It's worth doing. So I've got 3 of those now. The rifle itself is quite a heavy rifle. It's got quite a bit of weight to it. Gives it that realistic effect, especially for being a 2.2 as well. So that's always handy. It's got plenty of sling attachments. You've got sling attachments at the back there, 2 on the rear stock. You've got another 2 centre there, and 1 either side just at the top. Recoil, obviously being a 2.2, is minimal. There's no recoil whatsoever, so this is a great starter rifle, or if you've got kids. My brother, I've taken him shooting with this and he's only 13 at the time, and he got on just brilliant with it. Great little starter rifle. The custom bits I've done, I've shortened the front rail there. As you can see, that is, if I can get close up, only half the size. I do have the old one here. The old one was just plastic, really cheap, nasty, horrible plastic. I've replaced that with metal weave rails, also shortened them. That's the original length. Yeah, so quite long. An actual Scar has short ones like so, and I've also put on the Scar barrel screw mount just to once again give it that effect. Those are actually from an airsoft rifle. Being from the UK, you know, laws are a lot different. I couldn't get real ones sent from abroad, so airsoft will do. The thing about doing the shorter rail and also the mount there, you will have to drill into your top receiver to get those on. So if you've got any skills with engineering or nothing major, you can actually do that, but you will risk drilling into your rifle itself, possibly cocking it up if you do it wrong. But that came out really well for me, so I'm happy with that. The same goes, I've also put on the airsoft front and rear flip up sights. Those aren't the ones I got with the rifle, so they're for visual effect mainly. I have used those sights at 100 meters, which is what I shoot at, and quite surprisingly they are quite accurate. That's not something I'd recommend using, but if you do need to use them, they are actually quite accurate. Once again, if you want to put on the front iron sight there, this is for an airsoft scar. You will need a bit of, engineering skills, or just skills with tools. Just there's a lot of filing involved. I needed to drill and tap to get a thread in there so I could screw it on properly. Lots of measuring and all this hoo-ha, but once again worth it, I think, in the end, how I come out. And the same as with the rear stock, as I mentioned, that was a fixed stock converted to folding, which was really easy to do. The buttons also were tanned, same colour as the rifle, but I thought I'd take them off, spray paint black, just to give it that better effect. I didn't think they looked too great tan, so they look a lot better black. The cocking handle, I forgot to mention earlier, is also ambidextrous. It's 3 positions, so you can put it in either 3 of those on either side as well. So that's quite handy, depending on left and right handed. Turn it back that way. I've also, with this one, put push pins to take up the top receiver apart from the bottom receiver. There's a pin there and a pin at the front there, and those were initially screws, so you had to get a screwdriver either end, and that weren't so easy to do. So push pins pop out straight away, and bottom receiver comes straight off. Perfect. So a lot less hassle. So I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, other than that, it's an absolute brilliant rifle. Really happy with the purchase. There are a few bad points. First of all, the paint on the top receiver just chips off straight away. I don't know if that's just this one, maybe that's a bad batch come out of the factory, or whether that's all of them. You do also get this in black. I don't know what that's like on the black one. Try to see if you can see any of the paint chipping away there. There's nothing major, but I was doing that mainly with just fingernails and stuff like that, so that did actually scratch off really easily. So what I had to do was I completely stripped it all the way down to bare metal. Well, I say bare metal, top receiver, and just put on a nice coat of clear lacquer just to protect it, a nice matte lacquer, and put it all back together, and it's come out fine. I did actually email ISSC, and they try to blame me, just saying I was using solvents that I shouldn't, etc. and so forth. So I don't think they really cared. Which reminds me, this is the generation 1, so this is the older version. And there's been a lot of reviews on YouTube saying that there's misfires, failures to feed, etc. I personally haven't had any issues with this. I'll just flip that around whilst I'm yapping. I haven't had any issues with either of those, but I was told, which I did actually do, if you email ISSC, they'll ask for details such as what the problem is. They'll ask for your rifle serial number, and upon giving those to them, they'll actually send you the internal parts to fix that. So I had no problems with it, but they were free. I thought I might as well do it just in case. They sent them to me, no problems. Really happy, easy to do, just straight on in there. And yeah, that's about it really for that. There's a lot of polymer on this rifle, which polymer's great, it's light, it's strong, but that does make it look and feel a bit like a toy, which isn't really what you want. But I mean, other than that, great little weapon. Dry firing for this, if you've got to do your weapon check or clearing your weapon, dry firing is a bit of a pain, to be honest. You've got to say the bolt locks open on last round, as you can see, they're completely open, and to dry fire you've then got to take the mag out, charge it, put the mag back in, and then that's when you can fire it to do that. But I haven't tested it out yet, but you can actually, I believe, disable that if you take off the bottom receiver, there's just a little catch that the mag clips into, and I think if you sort of hold that back, I don't know, wedge it back, something like that, you might be able to fix that issue. Do so at own risk. I haven't tested it, that's just an idea of mine, so I do it at own risk. Another bad point, whether that was because this was fixed stock and not made for folding, the stock was actually quite wobbly. That did actually wobble all over the place. So what I've done is, if I open it up and just show you, oh shit, nearly dropped that. I've just put in a little bit of rubber in there, and that's stopped it wobbling. That's now on there solid. That's say it's fixed all the problems. I'm happy just doing that. No one's going to see it anyhow. And yeah, that's probably about it. There is on the barrel there. Turn my torch off. If you take off that, the barrel is actually inside like this protective sheath cover there, and it does actually wobble a little bit. Whether that's the barrel wobbling or this outer case there, so I don't know if that affects the accuracy or anything like that. Also, if you want to put on a moderator or silencer, you've got to put on a separate attachment, which I do have, but misplaced for the video, so I'm going to waste your time looking for it. Yeah, so that goes on, then the moderator goes on there. Looks a bit daft, adds a little bit of length to it as well. But you know, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. I don't know why they just didn't take it all the way to the top. But there you go. I don't know where the bloody hell that's gone. Leave that off because that's probably under the couch. I'll try and get a few close-ups if I can actually work video editor. This is my first video, so it'll be a little easy on the comments for us. That'll be handy. If you do have any other questions, you know, just leave them in the comments. I'll try and get back to as many as I can. Other than that, cracking rifle, really happy with it. I don't know why people whinge so much about it on YouTube. I think it's a brilliant little purchase, cheap, fun, reliable, and yeah, I think it looks a lot better with the mods I've put on there. Gives it that more of a scar look, takes away some of the cheapness with the plastic and polymer, and yeah, so there you go, happy shooting.